So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot.
Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Kick it.
Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Good morning, sunshine, and welcome to another episode of Fay at 5. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule. Today in the hot seat on the 10 line, we have none other than the Tiffany Derry. How are you?
I am fantastic. How are you?
I'm pretty good. You know, I'd be even better if you had some of those recipes with you. I have my easy bake oven with the 60-watt bulb. You know, it takes a while for those eggs to get done. I was trying to prepare breakfast, but, you know, just give me a second. It's on the way.
Yeah, okay. I got recipes, though. Recipes I can do.
Now, this we can do.
Don't have the food.
And, you know, you're no stranger around the kitchen. Tell us, how did you know that your love for food would be something that would be more than just a hobby or more than just a passion? But I think I can really do this, and career, here we go.
One thing you may not recognize is that my family is from Port Allen, Louisiana.
What?
So,
Okay, cuz.
yes, ma'am. So I spent most of my time in the summers, in any kind of family, anything spent in Port Allen or in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
So I'm from Beaumont, Texas, but my family had 11. My grandmother had 11 children. So we have always loved, embraced food. It was the thing that brought us all together. But when I turned 15, I decided I wanted a job and I wanted to cook. And so I started cooking at a local restaurant in Beaumont, Texas. And I loved it so much that it was what I wanted to do. I knew at 15 years old, I wanted to do that. And at 16, I was managing. So it was definitely what I wanted.
That is awesome. And I mean, it has taken you on a journey. And, you know, whenever people are talking about spicing up life, and here in Louisiana, you know, we celebrate any and everything through food. You get a promotion, we're celebrating through food. Somebody died, we're celebrating through food. You're depressed, we're celebrating through food. You're happy? Baby, let me get you something good to eat, you know?
Yes,
so you have to have that amazing recipe. And with the Great American Recipe with PBS, I know they got this all the way right. Tell us a little bit about the show.
Oh, I love this show. You know, it is a celebration of different cuisines, of different people coming from all over the U.S. And it is truly a celebration.
Mm-hmm.
It's a moment for everyone to cook the foods that they grew up eating or the foods that they love. Some people are doing more regional, some or family traditional recipes. And, you know, it's a competition, but it doesn't feel like a competition. It is the most amazing group of people having a good time, crying together, tasting together, enjoying the moment, and really just celebrating each other's recipes.
Now, listen, I want to celebrate the recipe, but somebody better turn the heat up and let them know it's a competition. Because when I show up, please believe you can trust Tan with these pots and pans. And I came for the win, okay? The win.
Gosh, I can't. I love
you walk around taste testing. Have you ever gotten to a dish and you're like, well, this biscuit shouldn't be quite dry? Or if it's one of those cultural dishes and the taste is a little off with your palate, how is it that you learn to embrace the culture of others to say, well, you know, maybe I should give this a shot instead of saying just no to the dish altogether?
That's a great point, because for me, one of the things that I've always done from I was 18 years old, and I made a vow to myself to get out of the country once a year and to study. And with that, I have traveled all over the US. I've traveled all over the country, multiple countries. And it is giving me an appreciation for foods that I didn't necessarily grow up eating, but now that I love. And so being able to taste and judge effectively is not about judging what you specifically enjoy. Is it technically done right? Is it seasoned? You know, using the right technique for the right style of cooking, right? You know, if it's supposed to be sauteed and seared, is it sauteed and seared, right? Did they use salt?
Just
And so there's ways to judge, even if you've never had the dish before. But you must judge open-minded, because there are different cultures that celebrate different things and eat differently from the way you grew up eating, and we have to respect and honor that.
this is true, because other people from around the world, they say, yeah, I'm gonna fix you some gumbo. And from Louisiana, we're like, wait a minute, wieners does not go in that. I don't care where you're from. Wieners don't go in there. You don't call those crab fingers. And why is this little muddy water soup, baby? That's not gumbo. We have our dishes that we embrace just like that, and they have theirs as well. So if the palate doesn't match what we're used to, we may turn up our eyes and say, that's not it. But that's why we have to leave it to the professionals. When they're coming all around the world and you all embrace them and you tell them that your recipes, there's a story behind it. Because usually if I were to ask you your favorite dish to prepare, what is your favorite dish to prepare?
You've already said it. It's gumbo. I mean, I love gumbo, and coming from a household who made gumbo every 2 weeks, like it wasn't a special occasion. It didn't matter if it was hot outside. We still ate gumbo. And for us, it was everything: chicken, sausage, shrimp, crab. It all went in it. So I love sharing that with others. I love when people take that first bite and they're like, oh, I've never had it like this, right? Or, like, oh my gosh, just reminds me of, and then they have that food memory that it's tied to. So gumbo to me is that bowl of comfort and love that you share.
I love it. And if we wanted to keep up with you and the movement and of course the Great American Recipe, how can we keep up with everything you have going on?
Absolutely. So I am on social as Master Chef TD. And then you can just Google me, Tiffany Derry, tiffanyderry.com as well.
I love it. Think of this as an extension of your office. The next field trip home, I'll see you with a bowl of gumbo. And I'm going
Are you cooking or I'm cooking? Wait a minute.
You are. I'm in charge of the potato salad. It won't be crunchy. And I'll use mayo and mustard because we like options.
Amen.
I got you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule. And I'll see you soon.
Thank you.